dust has settled. Let's talk about it. D.L Hughley versus Monique, and how she's just not that funny anyway. I mean, come on now, my sweet babies. Let's talk about it right here on Jazzy C After Dark. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Jazzy C After Dark. I am your girl, your host, Jazzy C. Before we get started, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Hit that button at the bottom of the screen for the notifications. You do not want to miss an episode. And here goes some big and hugs for all of you who have been liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you very much. Okay, let's talk about D.L Hughley versus Monique. This past week, they have been going back and forth over their own social media platforms because of a headlining dispute that they had over the Fox Theater in Detroit last weekend. Now, according to details from Monique posted on her Instagram, she says in the contract that she was supposed to be a headliner of said show at the Fox Theater. Now, on the other hand, DL posted a deal memo, which is a document that summarizes the key points of a contract between two or more people. And Monique went into a rant, a terrible rant that night at the Fox Theater about DL, his wife, his family, his dog, how his wife is blanking the blank of a coward, DL. Oh my gosh, I just don't even want to finish the statement. And she just went on about how Oprah betrayed her, how the industry betrayed her, how no one stood beside her, and she is out on a revenge to prove everyone wrong. So DL followed her big stage performance with his own, not knowing that he came into a roast. But he went in to say how Monique is actually the mother. I think it was something like Precious wasn't a movie, but an autobiography of you. And just basically how you don't have a problem with me. You have a problem with everyone else. And, you know, I know what Lee Daniel knows, what Tyler Perry knows. It was just a whole rant that he went into because it seems not one joke was told between the A-list stars. That's all I'm going to say. And DL went on his nationally syndicated radio show the next day and explained his experience and how he was shocked and mortified about his time with Monique, and how he would never give her an opportunity to never work with her again, and how he was shocked and surprised about the attitude and her unprofessionalism of the night, the event, and their relationship thereafter. And then the next day, Auntie Sweet Baby goes on her Instagram Live with her husband, aka Mr. Sidney, aka her daddy, on how the industry, including people like Steve Harvey, Vivica A. Fox, Elisa Ray, basically anybody who's anybody in the Black Hollywood industry has done her wrong. And my sweet darling baby, Auntie Darling, continue on in this rant and just made it clear that anyone that didn't support her during her blackballed years in Black Hollywood would live to regret it. Now, my thing is, it's obvious that Miss Monique has some type of deep-seated issue with D.L Hughley, but dang, I haven't seen this much stamina, this much persistency, this much consistency since she was chasing down Stanley Ogilvy on the Parkers. Dang. Days later, Monique is still continuing her rant against D.L Hughley and the industry, and her rants include talking about D.L's daughter. Now, my question is, When is enough going to be enough? No, really, my sweet baby, my auntie darling. When is this angry black woman rant going to be enough? How many more people will you blame? I mean, like, we're sticking up for you after you talked about us because we were bonnets in the airport. You're talking about a victim who I suppose is trying to get over that trauma in her life. You talked about the LGBTQ plus community. I'm sorry. When you were talking about DL and his name and how that might signify something when we know that it doesn't. It's like, are you trying to shame him? So what are you doing there? And then you talked about him recovering from PTSD with trauma from losing a parent. So the list goes on. And I'm wondering how deep and how far must it go before we can say, nah, I'm good on Monique. And y'all gonna have to let me know what y'all think, because I'm just Jazzy C After Dark, spreading a little news, giving my insight, letting y'all know what I think. But I want to know what you think. Please put it in the comments. If you have any thoughts or any extra inputs that you saying, Jazz, let me know. I want to hear it. In the meantime, guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Hit that button at the bottom of the screen for the notifications and leave some kisses in my comments. Let me know what you think.